Welcome, fellow travelers. It's Mickey Gold. So I just recorded a video and I didn't have my AirPods hooked up to my phone. So it was me miming going, and so today I know I did a video on releasing to the full moon, and I do videos all the time about releasing to the full moon. But since this is a blue moon coming up tomorrow on Halloween, which is the second full moon in a month, I wanted to help take us a little deeper. So, in our house, what we're going to be doing tomorrow is we are going to be going through our closets. Actually, our garage is our closet because we don't have closets in the house. It's really strange, but we don't have any closets in our house. So, we use our garage as our closet. Well, and our garage also ends up, being the place where it's like, I don't know where to put this. And so what we're going to be doing tomorrow is we're going to be going through and cleaning out our closet, and we're going to be taking our stuff that we no longer use to charity shops, to Goodwill and SPCA store, and we're going to be donating. So this is super excellent because this is a way to release. And because you've heard where they say if your cup's already full, you can't receive new stuff. You got to go dump it out to receive what you want. So this is the same thing. Now, there's a second thing to this. I don't have any exercise equipment that I can donate because I use mine. However, I do realize that most people who have exercise equipment, they're usually used for, hanging up their clothes or whatever the case may be. So if you have exercise equipment that you no longer need, or anything that could be useful to other people who are less fortunate, and you don't want it, you don't use it, you don't need it, get rid of it. It's not only good for you to release, but it's also kind of a good karma because you could make someone's life so much better. You might have spent hundreds of dollars on that piece of equipment you have, and there might be somebody out there who can't afford a gym membership who would give almost anything to have that piece of equipment. And could you imagine their wonderful faces as they walk into that charity shop and voila, this thing that would have cost them hundreds of dollars, they can buy for under $100. They're usually pretty, good about what they charge at these different shops. So you can make a difference by letting go. You can imagine that feeling. The other thing that I want to talk about letting go is on the outcome. And got a really good example here. We have next Tuesday is the presidential, well, and there's other things up on the election ballot, but next week on Tuesday is the presidential election. So because most of us are voting by mail and most places have early voting, if you've already voted, let go of the outcome. I don't care if you're red team, blue team, whatever. This is not a political channel. This is not a political talk. However, this is a good example of letting go of the outcome. Because when we let go of the outcome, is one of the best things we could do for anything. We do our best, we do what we can, and we let go. So, for instance, if you've already voted, if you've already made calls, or if you've already done the things that you consider to be helpful for the election, let go. If you have already done your bit, let go. There's no need to hold on to it because the thing with holding on and needing a result to be your way is we generally live short-sightedly. So sometimes the things that we think are going to be the end of the world, if this person gets in, it's the end of the world, or this person stays in, whatever the case may be for you, it feels like the end of the world. However, we don't know in the grand scheme of things if this is the catalyst for something better. Releasing our fight, releasing the ideas that we know better than other people. For instance, again, not trying to get hot button, current events, because this is not what I do. But for instance, whatever your thing about the pandemic is, because I know we have people literally fighting each other about whether this is real, whether it's a hoax, let that go. because that's not helpful. Do what you need to do for you. Take care of yourself. Do the things that are most loving. Because if you're following stuff and you're screaming, if you're one of these people who are screaming at other people, then what you need to do is let it go, because you're way too invested in the outcome. And so releasing our idea of who we think we are, what we think the world should be. You can have everybody that you wanted elected on your ballot. You could have it be all red, all blue, whatever makes you happy. However, it's not going to make you happy. You could have the house you want. You could have the car you want. You could have everything you could ever think that would make you happy. And you still may not be happy. We have to release the outcome, release and let go, and then just be grateful and loving, because we never know what changes come about and what can help us. Because some of the stuff that's happening in our world right now, it seems really scary, and we're on this weird footing, but at the same time, this gives us a chance to try something new, to branch out, to reach out. For instance, if you're struggling, if what you do for work is either not there anymore, or what you do for work, you might need to change and go online. There are so many different ways to look at something. For instance, right now, if you've always wanted to start your own business, this is a great time to do it. If you've always wanted to do something, this is a great time, because everything's in flux. Let go of that fear. Let go, do the things that help you, that fill you up. Let go of the things that no longer fill you up. Let go of the grudges that you have against people, because it's not, when you're mad at somebody and you're grudging against them, guess what? They're not feeling it, but you are. You're holding that poison in. That the saying that holding anger is like holding a hot coal and expecting the other person to, feel the pain. They're not going to. Your hand's going to burn, and they're going to be out there doing their thing. And we should be out there doing our thing. Of course, don't hurt people. Love people as much as you can. Be the best person you can be, but don't hold on to the outcome, because that's what trips us up every time. That's what is the source of our misery. It has to look like this. And let me tell you, from my experience, the things that have bummed me out the most, the things that should have looked like this should have been like this, and I fought, cried, begged, pleaded, tore my hair out, and then it turned out to be okay. It turned out to be better than anything I can imagine. And there have been situations that I've been in my life that it's like, had I gone the way I wanted to go, it would have been so much less than what I actually got. So on this full moon, on this blue moon, this once in a blue moon, we are not going to have a blue moon on Halloween for quite a long time. On this once in a blue moon, we can change. We can have the world we want by changing inside, by releasing, by letting go, whether it's ideas, whether it's actual physical stuff, whether it's whatever the case may be. And the more we let go, the more that we allow, the more we open, the better our world will be. And not just for ourselves, but for everyone around us. Because when we're the example, we then can change the world. We then can make the world a better place. All right, fellow travelers, be happy, be healthy, peace, love, namaste.